Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Mr. Tim, your substitute art teacher, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the color wheel. This is a nice small color wheel I have that has a relationship of colors to each other. This one's really cool because it's small and it shows you what happens if you add black or white or yellow or other things to colors. You can kind of spin it around. And then on the back, which is what we're going to focus on, is the relationship of complementary colors. So we're going to start off with a piece of paper, and you can do this too. I just drew 3 rectangles because we're going to start off by learning the more traditional, well-known complementary colors. And we're going to start off with our color wheel. So if we rotate this around, you can see that there's a straight line that goes across. Now, it means these colors that are straight across from each other on the color wheel, those are complementary. They're essentially opposites. So green to red, that's complementary. If we spin this, we'll go from yellow over to violet, also known as purple. And then we go a little bit more, orange to blue, which is a very nice complementary color. So we're going to start off by doing that. So let's color in the complementary colors, and what do you know? I already have crayons sorted out. So I'm going to use crayons today because I figured that maybe folks might have easier access to crayons. These are Crayola. So we're going to start off with red, and I'm going to color in this square red, and then right next to it, we'll color that in green. Red is a good color. It draws attention. Most notably known for, stoplights and stuff like that. And then we'll do green next to it. Green's good. Literally. Green's the color of money. It's the color of nature. Most foods that are green are good for you. And they're delicious. So that's our first kind of complementary color. And we can do the letters down below. R for red and G for green. Next up, we're going to do blue and orange. This kind of looks festive with the red and green. So now real blue is kind of deeper color than you would think. Real blue is kind of this nice deep color. Uh-oh, my crayon tip broke. So used to using colored pencils, I pushed down too hard. I'm sorry. All right. And then the complementary color to blue is orange. Now, this is important because once you kind of really understand colors and how they interact with each other, you can make kind of smart decisions when you're making art. Whether it's, making something abstract or something, and maybe we'll get into that today in today's video. So we got blue and orange. And then the last kind of main set of complementary colors is violet and yellow, or you can kind of see if it'll focus on it. Crayons and colored pencils usually will say violet, but the Crayola crayons will also say in parentheses purple because it's more of like the well-known name for the color violet. But all these colors are all kind of derived from the different levels of light and how much light bends and refracts. So you have like infrared, and you have ultraviolet. So kind of interesting to think about it that way. And then the pair for violet is yellow, which also helps, like we had in the previous video. It can be difficult to kind of really see yellow. It looks like on the video it's picking up just fine for really showing off that nice yellow color. So let's finish this off, and then you'll be able to see, oh man, crayon leaves a bunch of like kind of this dust kind of, you know, bits. So this is V for violet, and then Y for yellow. So these are like the main kind of complementary colors, and you can kind of see on the front of the color wheel, you can see it goes from violet over to yellow, red over to green, and then blue all the way over to orange. So really kind of cool, really good thing to know, not only for trivia night, but also just for when you're making art. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take this and we're going to put it into the concept of maybe using complementary colors to kind of give your artwork a more pleasing look, especially if you're coloring a doodle or something like that. You can use colors that are complementary to kind of really make it seem like you know what you're doing. So let's take a quick peek at that. All right, now we're back. We're going to utilize our 6 colors, our main colors of the color wheel, and we are going to draw some, use some shapes and lines to kind of make a quick little piece of artwork that you can do, maybe give to a friend or a parent. So we're going to try to make a very simplistic design, and you can follow along and do exactly what I do, or you can do something that's different. That's the best part about art, you can kind of make it your own. So I'm going to start off with maybe making a square in this portion of our canvas here. And now I'm going to keep my drawing to the center, and then I can kind of trim up the paper as I want or see fit. You can see I got a little wobbly down here, but it's not the end of the world. We're also going to draw a circle here. Not exactly perfect, but you know what? It'll do. Kind of make that black line a little bit thicker so it looks like it's meant to be like that. I'm going to use a bunch of shapes just to kind of give it a little bit of meaning. Draw maybe an arrow, something cool there. Maybe I'll make a puzzle piece and make some of this look like it's connecting. And maybe another square here, but maybe at a little bit of an angle. And then maybe there's a triangle that's coming from here. It goes out this way. And it connects there. It goes there. And then maybe this spot right here looks like it needs a little circle. And then a line that goes straight through it and loops around, almost like a music note maybe. And then maybe to kind of finish off our outline design, I'm going to do a little bit of a different shape. A little bit like a mountain looking shape here. And then what we can do now is we can use what we learned earlier to make some decisions about the colors. So I'm going to start off with red, and I'm going to start by coloring in this portion of our square red. And like I said, in most videos, you can put different amounts of pressure down to get a different kind of outcome of color, whether it's different saturation or vibrance. We're just going to kind of do more of a simplified coloring. And I'm going to move my red over here so I know I use it in my drawing so far. So right next to the red, I'm going to pick green to use as a color that connects it, to kind of make it that, you know, complementary color there, and give it a little bit of, you know, almost looks like there's a lens here we're looking through. And then I'm going to switch over to, maybe it would be fun, because we can put yellow right here. Yeah, let's put yellow on this section here of this circle, and really kind of do something fun here with the way that the colors are going to interact with each other. So if I take my blue and color in this section of the triangle here, it almost looks like there's like a lens or like a blending of the colors as they go, you know, because blue plus yellow equals green, and then green is a complementary color of red. Isn't that kind of cool? And what we can also do, the complementary color of yellow, let me flip over so we can kind of line it up in our spinny wheel. All right, see right there. Yellow goes all the way over to violet or purple. So I'm going to color this kind of half-shape, moon-looking dude. I'm going to color him purple, violet, because it'll be kind of like, you know, close to the yellow. And I have this cool interactive color to it, you know? There's a cool dynamic layout to it. And then off of the blue, we're going to do orange, another complementary color. So see how we're kind of, you know, taking this knowledge and kind of just making decisions for our artwork based on, you know, the way the color wheel is. So you got complementary colors here, and then the complementary colors here. Now down on the other side, I think we want to kind of balance it out. So maybe we make this half circle here orange on this side, and then the other portion, we're going to make it blue. Look like a little ball or something, you know? Sometimes you gotta, especially using crayons, they kind of get almost like this like crayon shaving when you're doing it, especially when you're like coloring in big portions. It kind of like leaves this waxy residue. We're gonna want to put something here to break it up, and I think because this red and green over here, and the green is smaller, I'm actually going to do something kind of interesting. And this is part of art, is you can make your own decisions based on what makes sense. And it doesn't have to make sense necessarily to everybody that immediately looks at it. But you are making decisions based on what's going on in your own head. So this kind of looks like a mountain range, right? And this portion of our picture only has a little bit of green. So I'm going to make this bigger mountain looking thing green to kind of balance out the color, you know? And red, the color red itself, is already kind of like a heavy color. Usually that's a focal point for paintings and drawings and other things, just based on the color itself. So you almost need to like balance that out with other things. And we're going to do that by doing yellow and violet complementary colors here. And I don't want to make this square here violet because it's so close to that. So I'm going to do it over here. I'm going to make this section here violet. We'll do that. And then the other portion of it here, I'm going to make this yellow. Right? We're going to do this yellow. And then I'll show you what we're going to do in the middle, kind of the smallest spot there. And what we'll end up with is utilizing all of our colors twice. Cool. Look at this. Boom. And that's it. And maybe you want to add more lines to your drawing, like, you know, maybe just some like cool stuff here, just to kind of finish it off, to kind of give it a little bit of like a cool design, you know. Just something, you know. Kind of give it a little something. But yeah, I mean, I know this is a smaller picture, but now I can kind of take this picture and crop it out and kind of give it something. I know it doesn't really seem like a lot, but it's a very good thing to know your complementary colors and how they interact with each other on the color wheel. I got this small one, which is very handy, and I got a really big color wheel that I bought. But this one's way easier to handle and look at. So, like I said, just understanding how colors interact with each other really goes a long way. So, in the future, we'll continue to use our color wheel to kind of make decisions on the fly, and also just kind of, you know, give you that confidence that you need to make decisions as you go. So thank you so much for watching the video today. I'm Mr. Tim. I hope that you enjoyed this and maybe learned something from it. Until next time, stay creative.